What's up, YouTube? This is Josh, FJ55 Iron Pig. Thank you so much for clicking on that video. I appreciate it very much. What I'm doing right now is I'm going to do a little quickie, not quite first impressions review, but a quick review of the Kershaw One Ton. Before I bust that bad boy out, my favorite knife as of right now, Spyderco Tenacious. For me, it's the right size for utility / wannabe tactical knife. I've got scratches on it, as you can see, from cutting RG5 cables, and cutting grass, and all sorts of normal stuff. Love this knife. It works great. And it's great blade metal as well. What it's about, though, is this. The Kershaw One Ton. That wasn't exactly one of those cool YouTube openings here. Here, let me see. Whoa, there we go, that's better. It sounds nice when it opens. It's authoritative. It's got good lockup, blah, 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 blah. It's cheap. Price and construction-wise, it's about so-so for cheapness. It's not the greatest thing out there by any means. However, it's a pretty well-made knife. It's not going to replace a Spyderco Tenacious, a paramilitary, my Benchmade 940, or any other higher value knife that actually works. I do like the spear point. It doesn't hold an edge super well. It does hold an edge better than that Razel that I don't ever use anymore. It just collects dust. I'm not impressed with that knife at all. Don't wear it. One thing that's badass about this knife is how freaking thin this thing is. Bear with me, I'm one-handed doing this. Let's see, we'll hold there. Yeah, there we go. Let's do a little comparison. Spyderco Tenacious, right butt up next to this one, if I can keep it from falling over. We'll put it on this side. There we go. Look at these two. Almost the same in some ways. But that One Ton, it really is thinner. It is very thin, and you feel it. It's not a heavy knife for its size. I mean, look at the size of this freaking blade. It's enormous. They're essentially the same knife in that sense. Blade length, handle length, but you can tell the handles are thicker. I'm just using the Spyderco as a reference point for you guys. The finger choil on it is actually pretty good. I enjoy it. It works good. The jimping here sucks. It's not really that effective. Your finger just slides right off of it. The lockup is actually very well done. When I first got it, it was a little too tight. When opening, I had to get past that tensioning bar right here, and it was digging into my thumb right there, and it was not very good after flipping it out several times. But now that I loosened it, gave it a little rem oil, it works quite well. Your pocket clip, tip up or tip down. I always recommend tip up. It works better that way. One less move you have to make when taking it out of your pocket. One less chance of cutting yourself too. The One Ton, it sounds like it's fairly well made. It sounds like a $20, $30 knife. The Tenacious, though, is not going to leave my side. I'm loving it until I get a better Spyderco or something else. Or if I ever do send back my Benchmade 940 to be refurbished a little bit, which I've been thinking about doing here shortly. I know I talked about it in several videos beforehand. Haven't done yet. Whatever. Blade retention on this is actually decent. What have I been doing with it? The same crap I was doing with the Razel. I keep wanting to say Razzle, whatever that thing's called. With the Razel, I'm going around a fire hydrant, trimming grasses, wheat, corn, whatever's growing up next to it. Stabbed a couple bugs with it. I've cut open cardboard boxes. It sharpens quite well, but it dulls reasonably quickly. If you're using it for hard use, it's going to dull up a little quicker than something of a higher quality. But it gets the job done. It's really light, it's thin. It doesn't completely disappear in your pocket, but it is pretty nice in that sense. Still going back to this, it feels good in the handle. I wear size large gloves. The handle just fits my hand quite well. Jimping's well thought out. It's a more expensive knife though. This one, the handle's quite big, which really isn't a bad thing if you're wearing gloves. But because it is so thin, excuse me, it's hard to get in here and actuate that lock if you have gloves on. But most knives are that way. Getting it out, not a big problem. It's got nice little pillars to push on. And it is pillar construction, which is great for cleaning. That's kind of well thought out. And they're normal old hex bolts. So you can take the knife completely apart and clean it, which as a utility knife, a true utility work knife, that's a good thing. My quickie little review. Pretty good. Enjoyable. it's worth the $25, $22 after, yeah, it was $23 after shipping and handling. eBay. And that was right after Nutton's friggin' review on it, and I got in there just in time before it was all sold out. There was only like 10 of these left or something like that at that price. Now they're more expensive. If you like cheap knives and you need one to work with, I'd recommend it. If you want one that you don't really care about. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments or send me a personal message. I do respond to them. And thank you so much for viewing. You guys have yourself a great day.